Hi everybody and welcome back to Nellie and Ruth Designs. It's Barbie here. Um, this is part 2 of the design team project that I'm doing for Mad Paper Crush. In the video prior to this one, I explained the entire goings on. And I will remind you that all the paper, because this is a design team project, all the paper from Sharon's digital collection on her Etsy shop is what I'm using. They're all included in this. And the most important thing, if you see something here that you like, paper, the images, go to Mad Paper Crush, and when you make your purchase, type in Nellie and Ruth Designs under the coupon code, and you will receive 10% off of your purchase, and there is no minimum requirement. So, okay, with that being said, we're going to move on to part 2. Today, we are going to work on the front and back inside cover. This is going to be like a guest book, and I'm not going to get into, again, you go back and watch, part 1, and I'll explain everything, why I turned this into a guest book. But I went ahead and I got the papers covered on the front. Hold on, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I was called away for a brief second. So I want to work on the front cover. I went ahead and I got the paper laid out for this. But I thought we could work on the inside cover, and again, we can work on the back cover and the inside back cover. I'm going to set the interior pages aside for now. They're all put together, and not put together, but they're all. And the reason I want to get the front inside done, I'm going to cinch this, and I'm going to use a spiral binding. I'm not going to do a traditional junk journal binding on this. I want to cinch this. And I'm not going to adhere this down onto the front cover. I used a heavy cardboard, so it's a nice sturdy cover. But I want to stitch on this, the front and back covers, inside covers as well. So we're going to work on the inside, and I'm thinking, I've been thinking about what I want to do. Set these back over here. I found this washi tape, and I haven't used it yet. I think I got this from AliExpress a long time ago. And I just thought it would be really pretty. Let's see, this is, well, it's French. Principaux de Monnier. And I thought this would be really pretty because it kind of has a Victorian old world feel to it. Let's see here. And I would like to incorporate this. See, isn't that pretty? It has the flower. I would like to incorporate this into the inside covers. So at first I had showed you this book. I had showed the inside and my thought process on this book here. I'm still going to use this, and at first I thought maybe I might just do a nice take a page and rip and tear and use it as a center theme. But I think what I'd like to do, I can use these maybe for some tags with Sharon's paper. But what I'd really like to do, because I'm enjoying her paper so much, I have these scraps left over from the pockets I made. And I think I'm going to use these up, and I'm going to make some pockets. I think here I'm going to make two pockets on the front and back, and then I can add more tags. With it being a quote unquote, you know, hotel guest style book, I think it would be really cute to turn this into a I mean, if somebody, I would like to put this in my Etsy shop, and I think it would be really cute. It would be nice if you had a guest room or a little guest cottage, and you did put this in the guest cottage or your guest room, and then people could write on the tags when they were here, you know, when they were visiting you. It'd be cute for a little inn or a bed and breakfast. So I'd like to have, you know, maybe 3 tags on each end. So I think I'm going to, I did have a piece of the Brimfield paper that was here, and I got a little distracted. My son came over to ask me a question, and I kind of he surprised me. He came in very quietly, and the dogs didn't even bark. Next thing I knew, he was standing next to me, and he's like, "Sorry, Mom, sorry." So let's get these. And again, I'm going to try to be quiet. I'm filming this the same day I filmed part 1, and I'm still not feeling tip-top, and I'm just afraid if I talk too much, I'm going to start coughing. And I'm just wondering if I want to, I think I will kind of collage this. And I'm wondering how transparent. Okay, if I put this over that, you will be able to see through a little bit of it. So I'm going to try to keep everything evened up on the bottom. So when I do put so I'll bring that down a little bit. When I do put the washi tape across it, it will be won't be not zigzag, but it won't be it'll be a solid bottom. So I think that this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start. And that's another reason why, if you're doing an inside book cover, not to attach it to the cover straight away, because that way, if you don't like it, you can always cut another piece of paper. Start all over again, where if you attach it to your cover, you either have to pull the paper off and destroy everything. All right, I'm just going to make a little mark. Here. And about here. So I know where to put it back. I'm going to get this side glued down. Just remember, do not glue. And I don't mind gluing the sides here, because I don't need it to go all the way across to the end. Because remember, I'm also going to be having holes in this. So that's another whole thought process. So if this is the front cover, and you're going to be punching your holes here on the cinch, I don't want this punched. So I am going to bring this over a little bit. Just so I don't mind if this is punched, but I really don't want where the tags, you know, the opening for the tags. I don't want that punched. So I'm just going to do this right here. I'll just leave it here. And I just want to make sure that that's lined up. And then I'm going to move this one out of the way. So I hope everybody's having a good day. It's sunny here in the Adirondacks. However, we're expected to have more rain. I feel like I'm living in Southeast Asia this summer with all of the rain we've been having. And I'm not going to bother to glue this down because I'm going to have my paper down here, so it's just automatically going to stop wherever I have it glued. And if I glue it here, it's going to limit. So I'm just going to glue on this side. But yeah, and then when we aren't having rain, whoops, when we aren't having rain, the sun will come out and it's hotter than Hades and the humidity is just unbearable. So I really don't know. I don't ever remember a summer like this. I need to start journaling about this summer because it's just been nasty. And again, I don't care if this sticks out over a little bit because I think it makes it kind of fun and give it that a little more of a unique look. So here's our front. And sometimes I just like to take a look to see how it's going to be. We have our tab here. And then we'll have enough for, maybe 2 or 3. I could do 2 or 3 different size tabs to go in there, which will be nice. And I don't want to cover too much of this up. So let's see here. Here we're back to this cute little one. And I don't want to use the blue. I don't want to use the pink. This postcard, this pocket is going to be next door. So I will play off of what's over here. So I think maybe I will use some of this, and then I'm just going to cut this straight here. I'll get somewhat of a straight line on it to put towards the bottom. And I want to tear this a little bit more like that. I'll put that there. I need to get a little basket for my desk here. I used to have one when I went to the scrapbooking weekends. I had a little, and then I noticed I've been watching Rachel at Roxy Creations, and she has a cute little basket that she throws her things in, and I just got out of the habit of doing it because I have a wastebasket down by my feet here, but when I have all the little bits and pieces, I really don't have any good place to put them, except on the floor. This would also make a nice gratitude, a little gratitude journal, or I'm not calling it a journal. I'm calling it a guest book. And I think it's just going to be really fun. I really like this idea. Might be a fun little thing. For my shop too, but I've been trying to build my shop up a little bit more. I've neglected it for a long time, and I'm starting to add some more things. My daughter-in-law is getting ready to open a Etsy shop, so I thought it would be also fun to do a Etsy debut of what Mar will have in her shop and recent things I've put in mine. But I'm very excited about working with Sharon's papers here. I'm really enjoying them, and I know you would as well. Because they are all so fabulous. And let's see, we've got the greens. Maybe I'll take a little bit of this. And let's see. And there's also no rhyme or reason when you do create a collage or a master board. I love making them. I think it's a very relaxing thing to do. I think it expands your imagination. It's too bad they didn't have this when I was in high school. You know, an art class such as this. This is what I would like to, if I was an art teacher, this is what I would like to teach. I think it would just be a lot of fun, and I don't like that there. I do like that there, so I'm going to put that there. And maybe I'll put one of Sharon's little bits and bobs. I call them bits and bobs. One of her little, well, we have to, I don't know why I'm fussing over this, because you just reminded me that I'm going to be putting the washi tape here. But I do want to have something filled in, so I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? We'll put that there, because and if I don't like the washi tape, that's the nice thing about washi tape, is that you can just peel it right back off, and the paper doesn't come with it. So that didn't make a whole lot of sense, ripping that in half and not using it, but there you go. Just another little dimension. All right, so let's see what this is gonna look like. And I'm not gonna want that there. And I don't know if I'm gonna want it up there, because it's pretty wide. Maybe if I just take a little bit, let's see. Maybe if I take a few little pieces. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get, we're going to go back into Sharon's little stash here of her little labels. And then I can add some labels to this. I should have reinforced that there because I don't want it to... Maybe I can reinforce it with something like this coming up above. And then maybe I could add a little bit of washi to this. Well, just play. I don't know where this is going to take me, but we will just play. A little configuration of her her little bits and bobs. And of course, yes, I have to take this call, so you'll excuse me and I will be right back.
Call from Sharon.
Okay, there's interruption number 2. Sorry about that. Okay, so we were on this using some of Sharon's fun little bits and pieces here. I'm just pounding this down a little bit so first I thought we could put this up here. Let me see what else we can use on this to kind of reinforce maybe just the top part a little bit. But I love this with the washi tape. So let's see, what else might we do? We have these pretty little ones. And maybe well, we've already used a red one. This is a brown. We could use, let's see if we can use something like this and how this would look. And I will put, I just don't want to repeat myself. I will put all of the information on everything I'm using for Sharon in my description, so you'll know where to go. I don't want to lose those. And all right. I'm not necessarily going to do this, so if you see something that you don't like me doing, don't panic. I know sometimes when I watch videos, it's like, no, don't put it there, don't. Let's see, this one is a... I don't really want... I'd like to tear this a little bit. Sometimes also, I don't know whether I should tape. I've seen gals tape the washi tape down so it sticks a little bit more, but I think this will be okay. I just use my little Cricut paddle. I like that. And then I think I'm going to take some of Sharon's. Now, these here are a lot of fun. And of course, I'm not going to be able to tell you. Oh, well, this is fun. Here we go. Found numbers and dates. I was going to hop on my computer. I'm uploading a video and I can't get on my computer when I'm can't get to my desktop, I should say, when I'm doing that. So let's get a fun little bit here. Let's try this one here. Kind of eyeballing where this might go. And remember, when you're cutting a circle or an oval, and I'm sure you do this, you turn the paper, not the scissors. And if you do that, it pretty much comes out how you want it to come out. And I was thinking maybe I could put that there like that. And remember, I have my holes going over here. I'm not sure if I'm crazy about that one. That's a possibility. But that kind of fits nicely in there, doesn't the way that's, I think we're going to go with that. I think I'm going to go with that. So let's get these down. Okay, I really like that. I like these with the washi tape on them. Aren't they fun? All right, I think I'm gonna put that right on there like this, and then I'll guess I'm not going to because I glued the wrong end of that, or it would have stuck to the page. Okay. Okay, so we'll put that right there. It kind of reinforces that. Now we'll finish inking, gluing this up. We're going to put that. We're going to put that like that. Okay. And let me see if I might want to I think that might be good. Yeah, I think that will be good. And I don't think that will, I am a little concerned that that may rip there. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I will, no, I don't think I'm going to reinforce. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinforce the back side of it. So I want something a little heavier. So I have this that I cut off of the back side, and I think what I'll do, I just don't want that to rip. I'm going to cut this right about here, and then I'm going to glue it. I can come down a little bit more. And I'm going to just slide it right under this. So this is protected a little bit more. I just don't, I don't want this to rip because it is just copy paper. So, and this will make it a little more sturdy. So when I do the back cover, I'll know to reinforce that. So, and I'm going to take my tweezers that aren't here. Really? Come on. Where the heck are my tweezers? I don't remember using them. That's strange. All right, Barbie. Huh. That's very odd. I haven't used my tweezers. Oh well. It's very odd. All right, well, enough of that before this glue all dries here. Okay. All right, there we go. So this here is just and I'm just putting my paddle underneath so I don't get glue on the main paper. And I'm just making sure that's adhered really well. All right, I feel better about that. That's got a nice thick thick strip to it now, so I feel better. That won't tear. All right, so, and I think on the top here, I'm just going to maybe put a little. Of course, there's none of the peach there. Oh, good Lord. I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to. Oh, gosh. You know, when it rains, it pours. Isn't that the way? Now, the phone you hear in the background is loud because that I call my bat phone. It's a 1960 red rotary table phone. And I bought that from a gal on Instagram. I can't remember if it was E&E Vintage or who it was, but oh, I love the sound of it. It just brings joy and memories to me. And I have it down in my dining room. And it's just wonderful. We have portable phones, but I could never hear the portable phones ring when I was up in my room here. Especially when I have my when I have Netflix on and I'm actually watching something. So when that came up for sale, I said, yeah, that's mine. And of course I have it on the loudest ringtone, you know, the ringer. Back then, if you had, you know, a rotary phone from the 60s and 70s, you know that you could, underneath there's a little wheel, and you can make your ringer as loud as you want. And I have it on loud. And I just love it. Took a while for my boys to get used to it. But I think they're used to it now. My one son lives out in the carriage house with his wife, but all right, we're just going to add this up here just for a little more dimension and interest. And I think I'll bring that right to, I'm going to do it this way because I'm going to trim this. So I'm going to add the glue right to this, and then I'll make a little line underneath, but I kind of want to put that right there like that. I don't want to overlap it. All right, then I'm just going to clip this. Then I'm going to run a little bead of glue under here. There. All right, and then I think what I will do is I will add, because there is a little seam there, I think I will add just another little something on top. Just another little piece. And it, you know, you may think that, oh, just, you don't really need to, but for me, I think it's the details that, it's the little extra touches that also make something special. Let's see. Put that one here like that. I think I'll just add this one over here. So it just adds just a little something extra. There. So that front inside cover is done. And we'll do the back. And maybe if we get, I don't get any more interruptions. Yeah, I like that. I think that's going to be really pretty. So this will be the inside front cover, and then we'll make some tags to put inside. I think that'll be pretty. And we're going to embellish the front a little bit more too, but I wanted to get these inside covers done. So we'll do the back here. And we kind of know, I already know what needs to be done. So I'm just going to kind of replicate. But I do need a piece of Sharon's Brimfield. This is the Brimfield. I'm going to be making tags out of the Brimfield paper. So I want to use, I will use another one of the bottom sheets here. So let's get this cut down. If I don't break my cutter. Should leave this here just as a reminder that it's Mad Paper Crush. Okay, all right, so let us, I want to measure. My desk is getting a little cluttered, isn't it? I should probably pick it up so you don't have so much stuff that you're looking at here. We're done with this for a minute. So let me just measure. Let's see, what did I have? I had this probably, all right, about 2. All right, so I believe that I'm going to take, I know what I did. It's 8 inches, so I'm just going to take 8 inches off of this. And this is what I'm using for the base. And then that way I have a good 8-inch, there we go, piece. So I'm going to set this up in front of me so I can kind of go off of that. We're going to put this back. Oh, good Lord. Heavens to Betsy.
Call from Culligan Water.
Yeah, Culligan Water.
Call from Culligan Water.
See, I've always got something going on. This is the Culligan man. They're probably just reconfirming.
Hi, this is Kaylee calling from the Culligan office in Troy. I just wanted to let you know your service technician will be there between 12 and 2 tomorrow.
Yep, that's right. I got an appointment tomorrow. Thanks, Kelly, for reminding me. Between 12 and 2. Yeah, my son and daughter-in-law, we have very hard water on our property. We have well water, and there's a lot of minerals. I think on this one I'm going to use some of the pinks. We have very, very hard water, and or I could use the blue. That blue's pretty. I think I'll go with the blue and use the pinks on the bottom. But at any rate, we have to have a Culligan water system to soften our water. Then we needed another unit because we lost a furnace one year. Because we have such, I'm looking for my pencil. We have so many minerals in our water that there was such a rust buildup. It was awful. We literally, it ruined our furnace. And it just quit. It seized up and quit working on us. So then we went from just a water softener, and then we had to get this special Culligan system to take care of the minerals in our system. And so I went over, so once a month we get salt tablets delivered to both places. And I noticed that at my son's place, because I am the landlord, it doesn't look like they're using any salt tablets. And I'm like, this is really weird. I know there's just 2 of them, but they should be at least Culligan comes every 3 months they come and deliver salt tablets. And they should at least be using their 3 bags, a bag a month, in my estimation, and they're not. So I don't even know if the water softener is working over in the carriage house. So I had a call, and just another, as my one son says, another day, another disappointment, Mom. Yeah, I gotta shell out some money to have them come out because I don't think the system is working over there. And then I noticed on my system, not that you really care about any of this, it's to the point where it's, I don't know, it's like there's black mold or something on the outside. So down in my basement, I don't want to have to deal with that. So they need to check that. So it's nice to own your own home. However, it's not always nice to have to constantly have maintenance and service on certain things, but oh well. Woe is me. Can't complain. I don't ever really complain. I guess I just don't understand things sometimes. Okay, so this cover here, we have to take a look, because again, remember, you're going to have to punch the holes. So this is the back cover, and it's going to go on here, so the holes punched are going to be on this side. So we're going to want to bring this over a little bit to this side, so we aren't punching into the and again into the pocket. I don't care if it gets punched into the decorative area. I just don't want it punched into the pocket. And before I do the other side, I'm going to get this strengthened up under here. And this will make it easier. Okay, so we're going to do that. And we will get this on here. I don't even know where I am time-wise as well, but I think I'm in the realm of reality here. I'll get that pushed down. All right, so that has a little bit of a, that's got the extra strength there. We'll get this glued down here on this side. Okay, we'll get this side on. See, once you know, because I'm basically just doing a mirror image, the front and back, and once you know what you want to do, then it goes pretty quickly. It goes pretty fast. Okay, I'll do this here. All right. And we'll do the same thing to the back that I did to the front using Sharon's really pretty labels, her vintage labels. And you just want to get, this is where I think I'll use some of the pink. Along here. And I will cut that little bit of white out. I'll get this. Okay, we'll get that put down. think we will take, what are my choices here? Make a little bit of, take a little bit of this here. Oops. I find this collage work very, very relaxing. It's something really nice to do. It takes a while, but it's really nice to do if you want to, you know, do something in your craft room, but you just, you know, you don't know what, or you really don't have any ideas on maybe what you might want to make, but you want to do something. Make a master board. You know, you can just, you know, listen to your music or watch Netflix, watch a movie. There's nothing you really have to concentrate on. But I love making them. They're fun. They are fun. Okay, so that's done. This is reinforced. And now we're going to, let's do the top. We'll get the top done. And this is where I need this little scrap basket. Let's see, we are going to, I like those dots, so, well, that didn't work out real well, did it? All right, so, and actually, I'm going to use this because I like the way this comes out when it does rip and tear like this. We can put that there because I like those little dots. And this one, I'm not going to use the dots. I want to have, oh my Lord. I put it in my cutter and I tried to rip it like it was under my, instead of slicing, I was trying to rip it like it was under my paper thing here. That's all right. Maybe I do have COVID. Isn't one of the signs like memory weirdness, or I don't know. I know I don't have COVID. I've had all my shots and I'm just not thinking straight. Maybe I can put that there. And then how about some green? How about this? We'll tie some of this back in. And I just need a little piece of that. I have to have this straight here. And I don't know, let's see here. We'll put that maybe over that. And we will rip this down. I think we'll do that. So I have to tell you a funny story. My granddaughter, it was my stepson's daughter. Her and her brother came. We haven't seen them since COVID hit, so it's been a couple years. So she turned 14 in June, the beginning of June. And I noticed when she got off the airplane, we picked him up at the airport, and she got off the airplane and was coming through. She was walking like a real jock. Now, you have to remember, I'm in my 60s, so I'm going to use terms. They're probably not politically correct, but we used to call girls that were very athletic back in my day jocks. No big deal. So she comes walking off, off the airplane, and she looked really cute. She looked absolutely adorable. And she had on a pair of sweatpants and a really cute top. But I said to my husband, I go, oh God, she must be a big jock now in school. So when her mom came, because she was kind of walking, she was just walking different. I've never seen her walk like that before. So I figured, okay, she must be doing, she doesn't talk much about sports, and but I didn't know maybe what she was doing. She just hadn't shared with me. So, and when she got here, she was still walking like that. And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't say anything to her. So when my daughter-in-law, my stepdaughter-in-law, came for a couple days, she flew in, and then they're all going to go at the end of the kids' stay here, go visit their family down in Saratoga. I said to my daughter-in-law, I said, Karen, what's going on with Ava? I go, is she just walking like, like a real jock these days? And she got laughing her hysterically. And she couldn't stop laughing. And I said, what is so funny? I go, what am I missing? And she says, oh my gosh. She goes, you're going to die laughing when I tell you. She told me, and I knew that Ava had gotten a new pair of sneakers. And she said she's walking like that because she doesn't want to put a crease in them. When you walk and you flex your foot, you get a crease on the top of your sneaker. Well, oh my heavens. I couldn't stop laughing. And of course, then when my sons found out about that, they were really razzing her about it. So, you know how boys are with their nieces, uncles and nieces. And she's like, yeah, Uncle Michael, stop it. Uncle Patrick, stop making fun of me. Well, they really gave her, they really picked on her about that. But it's all because she got a new pair of sneakers and she did not want creases or wrinkles. So I said something to my son today. I said, it still makes me chuckle when I think about Ava and her sneakers. He says, yeah, she actually put pads on the top of her feet. She wears pads on the top of her feet. So they make her walk like that. And so she won't crinkle her sneakers. And I'm like, oh my heavens. I just thought it was the funniest thing. Probably something I would have done when I was 14 too. Who knows? They're all cute. All right, so let's finish this up. We'll call this a day. We'll get the front and back done. And I think I may even stitch on these in the sewing machine afterwards. But let's pick out some labels first to use on the front and back. I like this one. Green, there's some blue. Let me get a blue one. These are all from Sharon's collection as well. We're using all of Mad Crush paper goodies in this. And maybe we could use that one down. It's kind of big. And then maybe we could use maybe something like that over here. I do like the way that pops up a little bit. And then we will get some washi tape to put in there. And we will add a few of her found numbers and dates. So let's add the washi tape first. This might be kind of nice, these flowers here. Oh, well, that's what happens when they stick to your... And I'm going to put this over just a little bit because it's transparent and you can still see the pattern and the design on the other side around here. So we're going to use that one, which I think is pretty. And now remember, let's see, I don't want to come over too far because remember we have our holes. That's the one thing that we have to stay true to because I really don't want... So this one is a little too big because I have to move it over here and I don't want to use that much. So maybe I could put that there. Maybe that one there. I still think that's too big. I'd like to use something a little bit smaller. Now I think I'm going to go a little bit smaller as well. These are quite lovely here. Actually, I know what I'm going to use. I'm going to use... Let's use this batch. Let's find one out of this batch here. Those are really pretty. So let's pick one out of this batch. And it's a different shape, so... Yeah, I think that works a lot better. And I do like the red because it plays off of the pink. So we will add a bit of washi to this. Got a little tiny piece here. Let me see if I can rip this around. Rip it too far. We'll just tack that down for now a little bit. And maybe I could take this little piece here that says 6th edition. We'll just rip and tear that a little bit. And we can put that like that. I like that. I think that looks nice. And I think maybe that's all that we need, but I would like to add a little. I'm going to add this little guy right here. I'm going to add this little guy right here. Okay. A little bit more off of that. And we can add him right down there. All right. Oh, golly gosh. I've got laundry in. I'm so far behind on laundry. I'm trying to catch up on that. But boy, when you don't feel good, you just don't feel like doing anything except really what you want to do. And this, I knew what I wanted to do. I don't know about you, but when I get an idea, I have to run with it. It's probably my type A personality coming out. I just can't let it go. And that's not always, it's not always good either. But I just know when when the mood strikes me, I've gotta, it takes me a while to really think about, I'm making I have a custom order for a gal, and I've been thinking about it a lot. She wants one of my pocket folder books, and she's a quilter, and I just want it to be perfect for her. I don't like to rush these things, so I've got a good idea of what I want to do, but it's got to be really special for her. So there, okay, so that's good. All right, so we have our 2 inside, front, and back covers. I'm going to do some stitching on those, and then we will continue. I'll be back, and we'll get these in, and we'll finish the front and back cover, and then we'll start moving in on the interior pages of this little cute guest book. All right, everybody, thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, and I'll see you in my next video. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.